So tune in every Monday evening at 5 to 6 p.m. on Roots 96.1 FM, the station to own your creative talent. Welcome all of you who are tuned in right now to the Food Chat with Nazi Creative Show, aired right here on Roots 96.1 FM. It's the only station to own your creative talent. I'm your host Nazi, and I'll be giving you some core information, great information. This is what I give you every week, and this week is no different. So you don't want to miss what's coming up in the segments from our featured entertainer, special guest creator, and passionate youth on a rise. And definitely, what's going on youth segment is brought to you by Bridge Boys, the hottest clothing line in town. And definitely every journey requires the bridge. You can check them out on Instagram at the bridge official _ and definitely shop bridgeboys.com. And we thank our sponsors this week, so you don't want to miss what's coming up in the show. So stick and stay to hear much more. First up is What's Going On Youth, and our passionate youth on the rise is Joel Adams. So stay tuned to hear much more from this passionate youth on the rise, Joel Adams. Also coming up is our special guest creator segment, and my special guest creator this afternoon is a general practitioner and recording artist. His name is Dr. Mario Evan Guthrie, and if this is a field that you're interested in, this medical field, this is a segment for you. And youths, take out your notepads, because this is a segment where you will learn. Dr. Mario Evan Guthrie will definitely be giving you some core information in this segment, so stay tuned for that. Also coming up in Food Time with Nazi is the entertainment segment of the show, and our featured entertainer this week is Esco Levi, and definitely you'll hear much more from Esco Levi later on in the show as he drops his new single. The show promises to be very informative and entertaining, so stay tuned to hear much more. We'll be right back. And now we'll hear from our passionate youth on the rise, Joel Adams. Good afternoon, Joel Adams, and welcome to What's Going On Youth. We're so happy to have you on the show this afternoon. How are you doing, Mr. Adams?
I'm fine today. Thank you for having me, Nazi. How are you?
I'm quite well. I'm very interested in knowing some more about you. So can you tell me who is Joel Adams and what is his creative talent?
That's a good question. Who is Joel Adams? I'm still trying to figure that out day by day. You know yourself, but you never stop learning something new about yourself. So I can say Joel Adams, I'm a 21-year-old student of UTech, and I'm an entrepreneur, author, YouTuber, and investor.
Investor. That sounds interesting, man. What are you investing in at the moment?
Well, I had to take a cut back on that. I'm not really paying that much attention to it at the moment, but my eye was on cryptocurrency.
Okay. I hear about this cryptocurrency business. What is it essentially about?
Basically, cryptocurrency is basically like seem like how you'd have the US currency. It's the same thing, but in a way it's more safer. Basically, it's not like how people would take your money and rob it like that. It's a more safer way. It's digital.
Okay.
It's a digital currency, yeah.
And tell us what you were studying at UTech.
Business administration because I grew up in a business family where I saw my father doing all types of business, and I've always been very passionate about business and IT at a young age. And I always always had an eye for business. If you give me a sweetie right now, I turn it into business.
All right, so you're interested in business a lot. So, what is your business that you would hope to open in the future?
I would like to own a parent company that owns a lot of sub companies underneath it, like Alphabet company that owns Google. Yes, I would like to in where I hope to do business and IT ventures while at the same time doing philanthropy and giving back to the community. And I'd like also to invest in persons because everyone needs someone to scratch their back, really and truly, in reality. But there's not always someone there to scratch your back. So if I'm in the position to actually scratch someone back, I would like to be the person that can do that.
Okay, so you're into helping others. All right. And tell us about mentorship. Do you have a mentor, and is mentors relevant today?
Well, I would say my mother is my main mentor. Not that I didn't get mentorship from my father, but my mother was more the one that's more driven to me. I have a younger brother as well. We're 5 years apart. I'm 21, so he's 16, and he's in grade 11 at Meadowbrook High School. So my mother has always been the one that basically pushed us more book-wise. And my father, I'm not saying he didn't push us book-wise and all those things, but he was more the person, like he was more into the business and working on those things. So my mother was more the one that always was pushing us and giving us the drive to accomplish or telling us to do our best in everything that we can and so on.
I understand what you mean, man. Mothers are always nurturers and watching everything, so they pick up on everything that you're doing. So I get what you're saying. So your
That's
mother
true.
is your mentor. What is your mother's name?
Jacqueline.
So how important is God in your life?
God? God, as I wake up, I see God. I'm that person, I actually can't leave the house until I read the Bible or pray. I just feel like it's going to be a bad day if I didn't read the Bible or pray, really and truly. That's not me. I have to read the Bible and I have to pray. King James Version Bible is on my phone. I cannot leave the house without reading the Bible. If I left the house without reading the Bible, I have to read it on the way.
All right. And what is your favorite scripture in the Bible?
I'd have to say Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd.
All right. I think that is most people's favorite scripture in the Bible. All right. So God is very important in your life. And what would you say is your plan, your 5-year plan? Say you have a 5-year plan. What would you want to get accomplished in that time?
Well, I would say my 5-year plan. Well, you had asked me before who is my mentor. My mother is my main mentor, but outside of my mother, there are public figures that I also consider my mentors, such as the great Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, and so on. Well, those are the two main persons I really consider, especially being Warren Buffett. He's a great investor, and he's one of the person who most persons look up to, or that have an eye for business, that actually look up to achieve anything that is business-wise. So I always looked up to him and said, it would be really good if I could be someone inspirational like this person, Warren Buffett. And also, I can't leave out the great Bill Gates that created Microsoft, really and truly. Those persons are, otherwise than my mother, those persons are my main mentor. I always study them. And so one of the main quotes I always like from Warren Buffett was that he always said, be yourself, because everyone else is already taken, which that is true. You can only be yourself. So to answer your question now, in 5 years, where do I see myself? I see myself being a successful entrepreneur, really and truly I do. And if God allows me, I'm also maybe starting a family.
Okay, so you're planning on getting married and all these things?
Well, yes.
All right, certainly. Sounds like a Christian young man. Are you a Christian young man?
Well, I'm not baptized per se, but as far as the religion go, yes, I'm a Christian.
All right. So you're not baptized yet, but you're hoping to become a part of the fold.
Well, nothing is impossible.
All
It's just
right.
that it's just
Mhm.
that I wouldn't say that I actually attend church at the moment. Really and truly, I haven't been to church per se in a little while now. I haven't been to church. I don't know if you've been watching the news lately. How many pastors and so have been.
Oh Lord, that is a whole nother topic. I can say that for sure. Mhm.
Yes. So it makes one wonder and think really and truly the
Mhm.
same church that you're supposed to go into. Although this
Mhm.
is really a controversial topic though, but I was just saying that it really makes you wonder. So
Mhm.
most time I just stay home and pray. I read my Bible. Like if a service is going on, I watch the service, or if I have friends that go to church or so on, they would send, if the church is actually online, they would send me and let me watch it. Let me watch what is going on. Or if I'm invited to church, I will go.
All
Don't get me
right.
wrong.
And then everything is virtual these days, so you can be a part of anything. Just being
That
from your home, you can be a part of things. So, yes, and I believe that church plays a vital role in building person's character. You know, everybody, most persons, most artists start singing from the church. So we see that the church build values and all of that. So it's necessary, right?
very much so. I
All
really believe
right.
so indeed. I used to love going to Sunday school on Sunday.
Mhm.
Those were the best time. But Joel, as a person, is kind of a foodie. So while actually loving what is being preached or what is going on in class, in Bible
Mhm.
class, I actually like the fact that like Easter time and all of those things,
Okay.
you get bun and cheese and all of those things. Oh God.
And I must say, Easter is not about bun and cheese because some people think it's about bun and cheese. It's not about that. But yes, I get what you mean. The season is a family time, even in December when it's Christmas time. You know, all families come together and all of that. So that is very important. And do you believe that it is important for family members to be together, to be loving towards each other and all of that?
Yes, I do. As in, life is very short, you know. I'd say even if a person does live to see the age of 100 or 100 years old, well, in which case you have people even outliving that. I may say, life is still short. 100 years flies by so quick. You have to wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so life is actually short. In saying,
All
so
right.
you have to cherish every day with family.
Definitely. And can you tell the youths if they have a talent, why they should use their talent and keep being motivated even in this time?
Well, if God has given you a talent and you're blessed with it, I believe you should use it wisely because you may never know. Say, for instance, you're a person that is book smart, right? But
Mm-hmm.
being book smart alone sometimes may not be the case alone that gets you out there into the world. Sometimes you may have to have a skill as well, and which that skill comes into place, and maybe that skill is what elevates you to the place that you want to be in life. I've seen many persons where that happens to them. Like for instance, Usain Bolt, he has a great gift for running. I've been telling you, I have to say, while the sport of track and field, I've never really been interested in it that much. But from I've seen Usain Bolt enter that sport, it was the best thing ever. I used
Mm-hmm.
to it was, and while at the same time being the funniest thing ever, because he's really a gimmicks man. I would say in a way.
All right. So you should use your talent coming from Joel Adams there, and also that you should be yourself because everybody else is taken. I love that quote. And you said it's taken from who? Who said that again?
The one and only great Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett. All right. Thank you so much, Joel Adams, for coming on the show. Can you tell us where we can stay connected with you on social media and, keep on seeing what you're doing, keep connected with you?
You can follow me at Instagram and at TikTok. They're both the same. So it's Joel John Adams, as in JoelJohnAdams.
All right. Thank you so much, Joel, for coming on the show. And we do wish you all the best in your endeavors and continue to be a passionate youth on the rise.
All right. Thank you, Nazi. Thank you for having me. And it's been a pleasure keeping your company on the show. I always thought that it would be at least even 2 more years before I've actually been on the air, like on the TV or on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a great pleasure for you to have me on the show. I feel so honored. I feel like I'm a celebrity right now.
You are welcome for coming on the show, and thank you so much for sharing with us. All right.
All right.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war, you can talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock, you can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you gon' find yourself
Standing in the Hall of Fame,
yeah,
and the world's gonna know your name,
yeah,
'cause you burn with the brightest flame,
yeah,
and the world's gonna know your name,
yeah.
and you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. You can go the distance, you can run the mile, you can walk straight through hell with a smile.
You could be the hero, you can get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke.
Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. Are you ever gonna know if you never even try?
Now we've reached our special guest creator segment, and my special guest creator this afternoon is Dr. Mario Evan Guthrie. Dr. Mario Evan Guthrie is a former member of the University Singers, Jamaica Junior Theatre, and background vocalist for artists such as Elaine and Benji Myers. Mario has performed on the main stage at the Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival and has made it to the final round of Amateur Night at the Apollo in Harlem. This graduate of the University of the West Indies as a medical doctor and Berklee College of Music is also an entrepreneur and songwriter. Mario released his debut album, Reggae Soul Volume 1, Me on Love in 2015, and in more recent times you may have heard him telling you don't need dope to cope. Or on Wednesday mornings on CVM at Sunrise, his podcast, Talk Truth with Mario Evan, was launched in May 2019 and continues to feed the minds of the world weekly with what he has branded as Inspire Edutainment. The acronym ME could not be more fitting for him as he continuously spreads a message encouraging others to be themselves and pursue their passions despite the odds. This is my special guest creator this afternoon, Dr. Mario Evan Guthrie.
Good afternoon, Dr. Mario Evan Guthrie. Thank you so much for coming on the Fluid Chat with Nazi Critic show this afternoon. We're so happy to have you. You are our special guest creator, and there's so much that we want to talk to you about. But let me just ask you, how did you get into this field, medical field?
Wow. First of all, thanks for having me on the show. And in terms of medicine, I kind of stumbled upon it. It was kind of accidental. It wasn't something I always wanted to do. But my father is actually a medical doctor. So I grew up it as an example above me. And growing up, I did a lot of sciences. And as I moved along, it seemed like the right thing to do. So I kind of just progressed in, it was one of those things that kind of just happened.
Mm-hmm. And in the medical field, which department are you most interested in?
Well, I currently work as a general practitioner, and that's how I function now, and that's how I have functioned for the past couple of years. I do have a love for women and for children, so I have worked at the Bustamante Hospital for Children for many years. So I really do love kids, but I do function as a GP now, seeing people of all ages, from children to adults.
Okay. And have you delivered any babies yet?
I have, when you're in medical school, you have to do a minimum delivery of 10 days. So I've delivered at least 10 babies in my life.
Oh, that's awesome. It must be a miracle to see these babies coming out of the womb, right?
Oh, wow. It sure is a miracle. And if you've never seen it, it's quite interesting.
Okay, wonderful. And how do you feel as a doctor saving lives? That's your job description, right? To save lives. How do you feel about that?
I think part of the job description is so much more than saving lives. But to answer the question, I would say that that part is important, and it's a noble and an honorable profession, and it's one of those professions that is a blessing to be able to be given the knowledge and the gift to be able to save a life. And while saving life, there's a lot of counseling and a lot of treatment, and it's very vast and it's very wide. But again, I would say it's a blessing.
And you said there is so much to it. Can you tell us some of the things that goes with being a doctor, even the challenging part?
Yeah, from anything from treating something very simple, for example, with antibiotics, to somebody who is near death and you have to resuscitate them, you have to CPR on them, to when things go really bad, to breaking bad news, because the doctor who still has to tell a family member that they've lost someone. So those are some of the difficult things, and you yourself as a doctor become attached to some of your patients. So when things don't turn out so well, it can be for you personally as well. But then the joy is also great too when things go well, you treat people and they get better. And also just people learning to understand it and what's wrong with them. Because there's always a simple and easy way to break down an illness to someone and make the medicine simple. And I love that, doing that.
Are doctors supposed to be conversational? Because sometimes when we go into the doctor's office, we want to, have a little conversation with the doctor, and some doctors are just, you come here for this, and this is what you're coming for. They're not wanting to have a conversation, really. Are you a different kind of doctor?
No, I'm highly conversational, and to be honest, we need to remember, even though we're doctors, we're still providing a service to people. It's like if you go on a restaurant, go on a hotel, you do expect the staff to actually relate to you at a certain level, and you are most times paying for a service. So I believe that you should be yourself, but you should be conversational. And we said there are doctor-patient boundaries as well, so we don't want to cross any of those boundaries. But that aside, doctors and patients should have an open and friendly communication, is what I believe in.
And what is the hardest lesson you had to learn as a doctor thus far?
I would say the hardest lesson for me is being responsible, and people really put a lot of weight and pressure on you in terms of providing accurate information. And that's great responsibility to bear as a human, because at the end of the day, make a mistake, you're dealing with a life. It's not like if you miscount and somebody lose a $5, it's a whole entire life. And that responsibility is probably one of the hardest things about the job.
Interesting. And can I ask you, what would you say is the most that you've had to deal with in terms of a patient coming to you? Is it mostly for a common cold that you had to deal with?
The range is so wide when you're a general practitioner. You see everything. You see women to the women, children, elderly, young,
you see everybody as a
so,
general. Okay. Okay.
You see, everybody is a general practitioner. So I see everything from amateur arthritis to sore throat to COVID to you name it. I see it. Constipation, everything.
Hmm. Okay. And why did you choose to become a general practitioner and not like a specific area like a surgeon or one of those areas?
Right. Well, really a creative before I'm a doctor. So I'm born a creative. I chose to listen. So it's one of the things that I do. For me, I went to music school, the medical school. So I went to the great Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts, after doing medical school. So I decided not to specialize. I decided that I would instead learn more about music. And then when music school was done and I came back to Jamaica, I decided I would work as a doctor, as a GP, also be a musician. So I have two professions. I have two professions, and both of them, neither of them I consider hobbies. They're both jobs. I get paid back for both of them, and I work in both fields at a high level. So they call me a potentialite apparently.
Oh, wow. And I was just going to jump into your singing because we all know that you are the singing doctor around here. So just tell us, when did you got into singing professionally?
All right, I like that you added professionally. I mean, I've been since age 7. I was on choirs all the way from age 7 all the way up through high school into UE. I was in university singers, and I used to sing with a group of young men from my school called the Choir Boys, and we used to do events around Kingston, got youth and corporate events and around town. And then I started to do back vocals for artists such as Alaine, and then I myself became a solo artist. And I would have done Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival, small stage, migrated to the main stage. And then, of course, when I was in the United States for college, I auditioned for X Factor, made it pretty far to almost TV round, auditioned for The Voice, didn't make it too far. I didn't hear that the son did, but I didn't get past the first round. Okay. I did amateur night at Club in Harlem. So while in the US, I had more opportunity to do one of the things that a lot of Jamaicans wouldn't get to do because I was physically there. And when I was there, I took that opportunity to do that, you know? So I would say music school was when I transitioned to Mario Evans. The Mario Evans thing happened during Berklee, and then after that, I just kept moving with the artistry.
Okay. And what kind of genre of music do you sing? Are you an R&B artist, reggae? What do you do?
Right. Well, I do R&B, and I think that is at the foundation of my heart. And I'm a Jamaican, so of course reggae is so I call it reggae soul, and it's the fusion of where R&B meets. So reggae soul is what I call my genre.
Boy, Pastor, you know that I would love to hear a song from you. You know, I want to hear a piece a cappella.
Oh, would you? All right. I cannot let the listener hear. So let me touch one of my originals that people love a lot. It's called Soul Take. I'm going to do a little piece. Me say my soul take, a soul to you, baby. Soul take to you, not a lie. Soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you, can't. That's a little tools.
All right. And is that one of the songs that you're promoting now?
Not currently, because that album actually came out in 2015. So I have not released anything in recent years, but did do a full-length original album. There's probably one cover on that album. And the 2015 release, and it was like my baby. Yeah, it's my baby, and it's near and dear to my heart. It's on our streaming platform. People want to listen to it. It's called Reggae Soul Volume 1, Me and Love. So you can find it on Amazon Music, Apple Music, Tidal. These are where you listen to music.
Wow, so you had an album. What was the name of the album?
Reggae Soul Volume 1, Me and Love.
And which
so that
year
means there
you
should be a Volume 2. Sorry?
Which year did you say that you released it again?
It was 2015. It's been a while. But since then I've been performing a lot. I continue to perform at a lot of private and corporate events. So Even though there's no recent material, we kind of in the background working on next steps for more original material to come, you know.
Okay, wonderful. And doing this dual thing, being a doctor and singing at the same time, how do you cope? How do you balance the two?
That's exactly why you haven't seen any music in such a long time. And to be real, the pandemic, as we all know, put a big pause on the entertainment industry. So I ended up doing more medicine. So lately I have been sitting more in the doctor seat as I run my own private practice. So I am an entrepreneur on all fronts, and anybody who runs businesses knows that running your own business can take a lot out of you. There's not only the time you spend seeing the patients, but there's all of the other managerial aspects of it. So I have been putting a lot of energy into that aspect of entrepreneurship, and that's keeping me busy, but music I go come back again.
Okay. Right. And can you tell us, where can we find your music? If we want to listen to your music now, where can we go and find your music?
I say the easiest thing to do would probably be to go to my website first, and that's marioevan.com. But listen to music on any digital platform, whether it's Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, wherever music is found streaming, in MARIOEVON. And Evan is my middle name. So the search for Mario, the album will pop up, press play, enjoy reggae soul, love it, share it with a friend, and you're gonna like it, right? Nice.
All right, Dr. Guthrie, thank you so much for coming on the show this afternoon. We certainly got some core information from you, and definitely continue to do well in your dual career.
Yeah, man, Nazi. Thanks for having me on the show. Pleasure.
Definitely.
Calm down, what's the rush? I know you're longing for but you don't need to speed it up. The pressure rise and volcano erupt. Every day she call me, tell her friend she want to put it. Come on, me yonder stop me. Me have to tell her calmly, take it easy, take it easy. Take it easy, take it easy. Slow down the pace, my darling. Darling, slow down the pace, my darling.
And now we'll hear from our featured entertainer, Esco Levi.
Good afternoon, Levi, and welcome to Food Time with Nazi. You're our featured entertainer, and we're so happy to have you on the show this afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm just here chilling in Manchester, beautiful Manchester, you know what I mean? I've been in Jamaica for probably 4 weeks now. You know what I mean? And the past of my grandmother. Right now, if you listen, probably you can hear the yang in my past, I can hear the dog bark and the bird in my chirp. You know what I mean? Yeah, nature at its best here in Manchester.
All right. Tell us, how long have you been a recording artist, and what kind of music we can expect from you?
Well, Esco Levi, I've been professional regarding artist for around probably 20 years now. You know what I mean? But I would say really and truly it is an inbound concept because as my dad was a selector and sound DJ from Clarendon. So he actually lived from Clarendon to Manchester, and that's how he met my mom when he was only 15.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's how Esca Levi came about, you know what I mean? So I've been doing music from then, but professionally, I would say around 20 years, you know what I mean?
All right. Yeah. And what kind of music we can expect?
Well, Esca Levi music is conscious, you know what I mean? And I do a lot of love songs and social issue songs over the years, you know what I mean? I recorded 2 albums, one for Penthouse Record, and I did one for Still Walks from Germany. You know what I mean? And my latest project was produced by Esca Levi. It's called Black Creek Mix, and it was produced in Canada. As I live in Canada, I migrated to Canada in 2005 from Jamaica, doing reggae. So it's more reggae fusion kind of vibe. You know what I mean? I do a little bit of dancehall, but nothing derogative, nothing slack. You know what I mean? Just all clean vibe. So that's what Esca Levi is all about. All
right, and tell us the music that you are promoting now.
Music that I'm promoting now is you know, because I'm an engineer also. The music that I'm promoting now is kind of different from what I've been doing over the years for Penthouse and for Silverwax production out of Germany. These songs are more modern roots, dancehall, choppy sound. You know what I mean? I just did a project, and all of this song on this project called Black Creek Mix is produced by me. You know what I mean? We have producers on it who involve like Consequence Records, also in Canada. So basically everyone on this project is all Canadian producers and musicians. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm promoting at the moment.
And what is the name of the song?
The whole project is called Black Creek Mix. It's a compilation with probably around 19 songs. But the song that I'm promoting is called Take It Easy. You know what I mean? And there's another song that I did with Tiffany Malvo, which is the daughter of legendary Jamaican singer Anthony Malvo. So those 2 songs is what I'm promoting. That song is called Intentions. Yeah, man.
Intentions, okay.
Yeah.
And is it available on YouTube, all the other platforms?
Yeah, it's available on all digital platforms. You know what I mean, out there. So one could just, once you put Black Creek Mix Esca Levi in all your online stores, etc., you will find the music, you know what I mean?
Okay, and which song are you known for? Which song was your breakout song?
Well, a lot of songs. I did a song for Donovan Jermaine in 2012, you know what I mean? We got a lot of play here in Jamaica. It's called Bleaching Shop. I did a song called Save the Music for Donovan Jermaine. I toured across Europe and across Africa for a song called Jana Sleep and Strive with Kabaka Pyramid. I have sung with Chronics, all of them, you know what I mean, over the years.
Oh, that's interesting. What is the name of the song that you did with Chronic?
Well, I have a song on the VP competition, tribute to Dennis Brown.
Right.
She's a song with me, Jess Royal, Kabaka Pyramid, Jamie. You know what I mean? It's called Rasta Children. So one could go on YouTube. You know what I mean? I have a lot of songs with Busy Signal also because I toured Busy. I've been friends for years. I've been touring with Busy Signal from around 2013 all over the world. So I have a lot of songs with them too. You know what I mean? I have songs with, you name it, Romy and Virgo. I have songs with Dwayne Stevenson. You know, I have sung Sister Master Griffiths. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of those songs. I have a song, one of my biggest songs is a song with Kabaka Pyramid. It's also a Juno Award winning song in Canada, a song called Tribe. And it's an Honeypot rhythm. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, you've been around in the industry, man. Wolipa legacy.
Yeah.
All right. And who would you say is the artist now that you admire? You know, back then and today with these new artists?
Well, really and truly, I don't really have any specific person. One's work is immaculate and it's positive and it's uplifting. You know what I mean? So I don't really have one person. And I'm not gonna say Bob Marley. You know, Bob Marley is like our general from them time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So any artist, once it's conscious and once it's uplifting and once it's melodic, and that's what music is about. You know what I mean? Them get me attention, and I respect all of them. You know what I mean?
Okay. And your EP, are you dropping an EP soon, or have you already dropped it?
It's already dropped. And it's called Black Creek Mix. And Black Creek is a community in Toronto. When I migrated from Canada, that's where I live. You know what I mean? Jane Street, Toronto, and that's why I named the project. This is all Canadian content. I named it Black Creek Mix. You know what I mean? So it's out there on all digital platforms.
And what is the music like in Toronto?
Well, the music scene in Canada is great, and I mean, as I've been living there for 16 years now, especially in Toronto, in Vancouver and places like that, you have a lot of festivals, and I mean, not only reggae festival, but multicultural festival, you know what I mean? And I'm honored to be performing on these festivals over the years. I would say Canada have an industry by itself, you know what I mean? In Ontario, only probably 200 music festivals keep every year. In Ontario only, you know what I mean? So I'm blessed to be performing on these festivals over the years, and I give thanks. But the music scene is vibrant. There's a lot of artists there who migrated from Jamaica and bring over their food and culture and vibe, and it's really doing well.
Okay. And how would you say the internet has impacted your music? You know, in this new day and age, everything is social media. And how has it impacted your music?
The internet is the biggest radio station and the biggest TV station in the world. You know what I mean? I must say, I would repeat that the internet is the biggest radio station, the biggest TV station, the biggest media outlet in the world.
Right.
So if one could just figure out how to use it, it's great. And I mean, and right now we are in an age where it's just laptops and phones and all that. So I think it's great. You know what I mean? It's good and it's bad. I would put that too, because there are a lot of people who expose some music out there on the internet that I don't think personally the message is appropriate, you know what I mean, for our kids. Being that our kids have access to the internet every day and all day, you know what I mean?
So are you still performing, or is everything virtual? Are you're live performing?
Well, Canada is just now opening up, so I'm just started getting in some booking, you know what I mean, for this summer coming up. You know what I mean? But apart from performing, I do a lot of work. As I said, I'm an engineer. I have my own studio. So I make rhythms, I write songs for people and all that. You know what I mean? I've been doing that for years now.
Can you tell us some of the persons that you have produced and wrote songs
for?
Well,
I produce songs with Brown Sugar. We wrote a lot of songs. We used to be at Penthouse Records together.
Okay.
I mean, I co-wrote songs with Romin, D Major, all of them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. And how is it for you as a producer? Do you like being a producer, or you like singing? Or you like both?
To me, you know, it's the best of both worlds, you know, because I mean, the creator, it's just through the pandemic, because I've been recording and producing myself over the years, you know what I mean? It's just since the pandemic I actually went back to school and certified myself in music production, you know what I mean?
Okay. You know, many artists don't know about the production and how it goes, you know, they just sing and that's it. And what do you think about that? You think they should get involved in the mixing of their songs and, you know, everything that has to do with it?
Yeah, it's very important, because once you know how you want your song to sound sonically, you know what I mean, you can advise who's doing it, you know what I mean, you can do it yourself. You know what I mean? Because let me tell you, I'm a self-sufficient and self-reliant person. I'm not going to go to no guy's studio and wait and brush them down and wait for them to advise me when all the information is on the internet. Thank you very much for having me. Where say? I have to drop a little freestyle before me cut scene. Now the song that I'm promoting right now is a song called Take It Easy. It is produced by Keelstone Records out of New York City. You know what I mean? See it? And it go like this. Take it easy, yeah. Slow down the pace, my darling. Slow down the pace, my darling. Take it easy, girl. Slow down the pace, my darling. Bless up, Nazi. Thank you very much for having me, see? Let's go.
Consequence music.
Your eyes, showing me something that I never seen before. You say you're bad like Jada Kingdom. Your man a bad man a run the whole of Kingston. While him there road a chat the street a bus gun. You inna me bed a light. Roll with me inna the be my customer. Make we chill on the grill on the beach and have fun. Then later on in a hotel we lock down. When me brace it on you, wine up on me, girl. I'm sipping tonic, not to rub on your body, girl. A long Tiffany.
Top down in the Jeep like bad girl sitting when you feel like Esco, me have a vibe when the weed like me love the Rasta man loving me say all night. Dash with the liquor waste boy long time. Me call me have a naughty on my front line. And the way the tiny have me on a space flight. Bad girl no get stage fright.
Wine up on me. I'm sipping tonic. Natty rub down your body. Rub your body down. A long time you want me. Come on, wine up on me.
Me a go dilly dally.
The loving that you give me.
Make you win a Grammy.
Let me creep up on it.
Make sure you keep up on it.
Natty beat up on it.
Me
Wine up on me. Wine up. I'm sipping tonic. Natty rub down your body. A long time you want me. Tiffany.
Said the soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you now, life. The soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you, can't hide. Said the soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you now, life. The soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you. How I feel this way, I met you just the other day. Don't even know what your name is, and I can't wait to see you, baby, just around the way, just for a glimpse of your smile. I hope that we can talk so that I can try to be sure of what it is that you're doing that got me going out my mind. But send the soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you now, like soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you, can't hide. Soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you now, like soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you. Excuse me, baby, I may be overstepping, but I see us as more than just friends. And if you let me, I promise that your heart I will protect and defend. And if I'm moving fast, I can take it slow. From what I'm seeing, I wanna stay around until the end of time. Send the soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you now, like soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you,
Roots 96.1 FM.
Send the soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you now, like the soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you, can't hide. Send the soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you now, like the soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you. How I feel this way, I met you just the other day. Don't even know what your name is, and I can't wait to see you, baby, just around the way, just for a glimpse of your smile. I hope that we can talk so that I can try to be sure of what it is that you're doing that got me going out my mind. Beside the soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you now, like soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you, can't hide. Soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you now, like soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you. Excuse me, baby, I may be overstepping, but I see us as more than just friends. And if you let me, I promise that your heart I will protect and defend. And if I'm moving fast, I can take it slow. From what I'm seeing, dimension, a part of a higher plane. But you and me experimental, only dimension, and you alone the eyes that can. If you are willing, then I am willing to go the distance, to turn this whole thing into a lovely soul romance. The soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you now, like the soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you, can't hide. The soul take to you, baby. Soul take to you now, like
It's the end of another Creative Show. It right here on Roots 96.1 FM, the only station to own your creative talent. Want to thank all my listeners for tuning in this afternoon, and all my guests are passing through. My passionate youth on the rise, Joel Adams. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Continue to do well, and you will be successful. My special guest creator, Dr. Mario Evan Guthrie. Thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your journey with us. Continue to do well in both career fields. And thank you so much, my featured entertainer, for sharing your music with us, Eska Levi. We enjoyed your music this afternoon. Continue to do well in this music industry. My studio engineer, Owen Brown, thank you so much for holding it down right there in studio for me. And my production family, Janet Skies, Vanessa Stewart, Brendan Hadley Bailey, and Sonny Patterson. Thank you all for being a part of the show. And you know, you can be a part of the show. You can DM me at Nadia Walker 33, and I'll get back to you. And meet me back same time, same place next week for another Creative Show right here on Roots 96.1 FM.
You're listening to Roots 96.1 FM.